What's up, MFFLs? Welcome into Dallas Mavericks Today. I know Game 2 was in the rearview mirror, but can we give Jalen Brunson some props? One of the all-time performances. We're going to need him to play well throughout these playoffs. Type 13 in the comments to shout out JB, who's a fan favorite at this point. Let's be completely honest. You know what else he is? He's about to make a lot of money. So type 13 in the comments. Then on today's show, we're going to take a look at what a new contract could look like for Jalen Brunson. Welcome into Dallas Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Harrison Graham here, back with another video. And for those wondering, I'm actually filming this on Thursday before Game 3. We thought we'd do a Jalen Brunson contract rumors segment. So depending on when you're watching this, just understand the timing of when we're filming. This is when the studio time was available. But let's be honest, Jalen Brunson coming off that Game 2 performance, it's going to be bag time. He's going to get a lot of money after this year. Breakout season for him. Had that 41-point game for Dallas in that massive Game 2 win over the Utah Jazz, and he's unrestricted. So teams are going to come calling, and they can come calling, and they can pay Jalen Brunson. And Dallas, Brunson does not have to let them match, which is very, very interesting. And honestly, that was a screw-up by the Mavericks front office. They screwed up by allowing Brunson to be unrestricted. They wanted the 4 guaranteed years from his rookie contract, which I get that, but I feel like they should have seen enough positive signs like, this guy might be good enough where teams are going to want to pay him. And now that he's unrestricted, the risk is you could lose him in free agency. Now, the good news is the Mavs own his bird right. So, as long as Brunson comes back and say, hey, this is what I'm being offered, then, they can pay up to any amount. It'll just be in the luxury tax. But if Brunson wants to leave, he can leave. He really, really can. Hopefully, obviously, that does not happen. I think some comparable players to contracts you can kind of look at here. Eric Bledsoe, $18 million. Lonzo Ball, $18.5 million. This is per year, obviously. Fred VanVleet, just under $20 million. Malcolm Brogdon, $21.7 million. Kyle Lowry, just under $27 million. Quite frankly, guys, outside of Kyle Lowry, I think Brunson's getting paid more than those other guys. What would a contract look like? What could it look like? Well, the rumors during the trade deadline is he could get 4 years, $80 million. Well, he's played a lot better since the deadline. He's been shooting the ball better, and he just carried the Mavs to a freaking playoff win with 41 points with everybody watching. He's going to get the bag. Now, if he got a max contract, which I don't think he's going to get a max, but this is what it would look like by year. $30 million, $32, $35, $37.5, almost $40. That's what that would look like for 5 years and $175 million. He's not getting that. He's not going to get $35 million per year on average. He's not going to get the max, but I think he could get more than that 4 year for 80, where it's $20 million per year. In fact, I think he will get more than 4 years and $80 million. Jalen Brunson, guys, is going to make a ton of money. And quite frankly, the Mavs don't have a choice other than to sign him to pretty much what he wants, because they're already capped out pretty much. So if they let him go, it's not like that $25 million per year is freed up for someone else. They're already in the tax, so they don't have that luxury of going out and signing big external free agents. They're just going to have to keep Brunson, even if it ends up being an overpay. And quite frankly, if he's playing like this, I think it's going to be okay, because Jalen Brunson is showing, hey, I might be the Robin to Luka after all. Would you give Jalen Brunson the max? No. Let's not get crazy. Type Y for yes, type in for no, but he's going to make a lot of money. Get your votes in. Would you give him the max? Now, the Knicks and Pistons have been rumored as suitors really since the trade deadline. Detroit called Dallas to gauge their interest, and Tim McMahon reported that the Mavs jokingly said, yeah, sure, how about Cade Cunningham? And that was obviously a non-starter for Detroit, as they had just drafted him number 1 overall. But the point remains is teams are going to be interested. Teams are going to offer money. We'll see what Dallas ends up doing in free agency. Now, if you want to go bet on some NBA playoff games, including the remainder of these Mavs-Jazz games throughout the playoffs, BetUS is the place to do it. Go to chatsports.com/MFFL. Use that promo code MFFL. It's going to get you a 125% deposit bonus. We'll have you guys covered throughout the entire postseason. BetUS will, with updated odds. So go check that out. You can bet on who's going to win the NBA Finals, the Western Conference, all that good stuff as well. Chatsports.com/MFFL. So here's our contract projection. 4 years, $96 million. So 24 per year. 3 months ago you're thinking, $20 million might be a lot. Well, it's might not be enough at this point. $20 million in year 1, 23 in year 2, 25 in year 3, 28 the fourth year. That fourth year will probably be a player option as well. And look, when you drop a 40-burger in the playoffs without Luka Doncic and carry a team to a win in a playoff series with everybody watching on national television, the price goes up, man. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. He's going to drive that price up. And if you're Jalen Brunson, yeah, you'd probably want to stay in Dallas, but you're trying to cash out, man. You are trying to cash out. Now, I think he'll stay. I think he stays in Dallas, and maybe he'll take $1 or $2 million less per year. Like, say a team offers him 25, maybe he'll take 23, 24 per year to stay with Dallas, a place he's comfortable with, a team that took a chance on him in the second round of the NBA draft. But make no mistake, it's not like he's going to sign for 20 per year compared to 25. Like, he is going to take top dollar for the most part. Might cost a lot, but what are the Mavs going to do? They're in a win-now mode. They got Luka Doncic. You got to keep the best players around him as possible to get this thing done. And Jalen Brunson is your second-best player right now. That's just the fact of the matter. And what do second-best players on a team get paid? $25, $30 million, sometimes the max. So if you get him at less than that and he actually proves that he can be a number 2 on a contending winning team, then it actually ends up being a discount in all actuality. So he's going to get paid. The Mavs are going to have to pay him. They don't really have a choice, and that's why I think he's going to end up staying in Dallas for the foreseeable future. So my message, my advice to Mark Cuban, back up the Brinks truck, because you are going to have to pay Jalen Brunson a lot of money to stick around. And, the Mavs aren't stupid. They're probably preparing for that scenario as we speak. But, of course, the focus continues to remain on the playoffs, at least for now, because before we know it, the offseason is going to be here, and they're going to have to make some decisions. So what do you think before we sign off? Will Jalen Brunson stay in Dallas? Type 1 for yes, type 0 for no. I think he will, but maybe you disagree, or maybe you Knicks fans are watching, and you could type your 0 for no if you're one of those people. All right, that's going to do it for today's episode of Dallas Mavericks Today. Keep the faith. Let's keep plugging away here in the NBA playoffs. Hopefully the Mavs are able to go on a run here. YouTube.com/MavsTV. We have you guys covered throughout the NBA playoffs. No other channel is going to do it like we do. Plus, if we advance to the second round, we'll do some watch parties. So subscribe and stay tuned for more Dallas Mavericks YouTube videos.